Hello and welcome to I Am Positive. My name is Uncleboris. If this is your first time watching, welcome, but you need to go see my first video where I talked about how I found out and why I created this channel. If this is your second time watching, I want to say thank you for coming back and welcome back. And I also want to use the opportunity to say a very big thank you to everyone who saw my video, who contacted me, who sent me messages. Your messages were so kind and so encouraging and so uplifting. They were so reassuring. They definitely reassured me that I did the right thing by coming out with my story and sharing my journey. Yes, so that being said, I know that if you saw my first video, one of the most burning questions that you probably have, no, not one of, so the first and most burning question you probably have would be, how did Okwe get infected? You're probably thinking, how did she get infected? Well, I'm sorry to really bust your bubble, but I don't know accurately how I got infected. As a matter of fact, it was only recently I was able to conclude that it was not a sexual experience. So in the years preceding recently, I narrowed it down to two experiences. One was a sexual experience and the second one was an experience I had while working in an hospital laboratory. So recently I spoke to the guy that I had that sexual experience with, and he confirmed to me that I was not HIV positive and all of that. So that really cleared my mind, like, okay, so that wasn't it. So it's just one experience now. However, I must be clear, it didn't have to be this particular experience. There are other ways I could have gotten infected. Saloon contact with sharp objects, which is anyway most likely have happened in the hospital laboratory, but this particular one happened how do I put it now, with a patient that had AIDS, right? So I'd been asked to go into the ward to go get a blood sample from a certain patient. So this woman was in a select gown. I remember she was in a select gown. She had her family and friends there as well because she was literally weak, So when I wanted to take her blood, I didn't have my gloves on, which was very, very silly and naive of me. Like, it was stupid. That's it. So I got there, I tried to take her blood sample, but she didn't have any blood in her anymore. Like, the only thing that was coming out of her body was literally a colorless fluid. Like, she was almost gone. And unfortunately for me, I had a cut on my thumb, right, at the time, which I got from the kitchen when I was dicing onions, maybe 2 nights or the night before that day. So as soon as I got back into the lab, as I was saying, oh, that woman does not have blood in her body, this is the only thing I got, the head of the laboratory was like, Okpe, where is your glove? I'm like, I didn't wear my glove. And then it was like, don't you know what XYZ is? Blah, blah, blah. Like, it was literally screaming. And I said, no, I don't, that's HIV AIDS, blah, blah, blah. Somebody gets me a jig, soak her hand inside. So they soaked my hands. I did my HIV test immediately. It was negative. I think I did it about 3 months after too, and it was still negative. So you can see my confusion. And I'm sure even before I went to NYSC, which was in 2014 actually, I still tested and it was negative. So my head is crumbled and all over the place as well, and I don't know how I got it. I don't know accurately how I got it. Honestly speaking, I don't know. However, this is not a question that I dwelled on for too long because I had to heal. I had to move on. I had to just move on. I had to be happy, and I know that dwelling on a question like that would hinder me from moving on. So if you're watching this and you're HIV positive and you're unsure how you got it, I think it's time for you to stop wondering how, because if you keep wondering how, then you will not really be able to heal and be happy, So I'm not focused on it anymore. I've moved past it. And the funny thing is, even if the guy had come to say, oh, you were HIV positive and you did this and sorry, I won't be mad because I'm in a very, very happy place. I've accepted it and I'm using my drug and I'm happy. honestly. So I think the only reason I may want to know is the educative part, like, oh, so you can also get it this way, right? But not because I want to punish somebody or it will give me some certain type of joy if I found out, because it wouldn't, honestly wouldn't. Anyway, I'm sorry that I left you with even more questions by answering the question of how, but yeah, that is my honest answer. I have no idea. Thank you for staying tuned, and I hope that as we go on this channel, we educate ourselves more about HIV. Please share, like, comment, and do not forget to subscribe. Thank you all so much.